Hello everyone and welcome. The year of 2021 is coming to a close and the Christmas season is upon us. And for myself, I love a good, solid Christmas drink. And so I am very pleased to see that Nespresso has released a Gingerbread limited edition capsule. This guy is available on the Vertuo machines, not on the Classic, and it creates 7.7 ounces of coffee or 230 milliliters. The aromatic profile that they put this in is cereal and spicy, and the coffees look like they're coming from Ethiopia and Brazil. We'll talk about that a little bit later as well. But we're gonna taste it together. I'm going to tell you what I think about it, what it tastes like, what it smells like. We'll take a look on the website to see what they have described on there, and we'll see if this is worth a purchase. So these are the little capsules right here, just a really nice print as usual on the outside. Kind of reminds me of a knitted sweater, very nice. Now as I prepare this here, what they don't have on their website is the intensity scale for capsules like this. But what they do have is individual taste scales or descriptors for acidity, bitterness, body, and roastiness. They kind of separate roastiness and bitterness. I'm kind of interested, I'm very interested in what this is going to taste like because acidity is down to a 1, bitterness is down to a 1. I don't know exactly what else there is. I suppose it's just going to be a really roasty, spicy kind of profile, and hopefully with a bit more body, but they're all kind of low on the spectrum of taste, so we'll see what that translates to. All right, so let's put this guy in. Get our glass and start brewing. Now, while this is going, let's take a look at a little bit of what they say on the website here. So again, aromatic profile, cereal, and spicy. So, why they love this barista creation for the gingerbread. They say that the spicy ginger flavor is a warm complement to the coffee rounded cereal note. It all starts with a base coffee blend of Latin America and African coffees. Brazilian coffee lends the blend its roundness and balance, whilst Ethiopian coffee brings delicate aromatics and finesse. The coffees in this blend are medium dark roasted in order to yield a rounded coffee with a soft biscuit note. Adding gingerbread flavor creates a warm flavored coffee, just the thing as the days turn colder, which is very true. And I love that about sort of gingerbread, these warm kind of flavors that remind me of Christmas. So I'm very excited to see how this tastes. Now they mention some sort of medium dark roast, which makes sense for this kind of style of flavored coffee. You don't need a lot of acidity in these coffees. I don't need a light roast. Okay, now I keep forgetting that these are not the best cups for this. I mean, I think they go right to the top. But I also keep forgetting that the Vertuo creates a lot more foam than the original machine. So here we are. It's very hot, so we're going to give that a moment to cool down. While we let that sit there, we'll talk about the Brazil and Ethiopia coffees that are in this blend. So Brazil often gives a coffee a very kind of chocolatey, chocolate-forward, caramel, biscuity kind of notes. They're very nice, like on their own, also great added to a blend because they kind of give some body and some strength to a coffee. Ethiopia, on the other hand, typically gives off more floral notes, sometimes more acidic, sometimes more fruity. Now we'll see if I can drink this with the foam. I usually take it off, so we'll see this time. I mean, the foam on these types of things is always very texturally nice. It's a nice, kind of makes you feel like you're drinking something that's more of a milk beverage, but it is definitely just like a bitter coffee tasting foam. So I'm just gonna go take it off so that I can smell the coffee better, and then we'll talk about what we're smelling and tasting. All right, so I'm back with the coffee. It's cooled down a little bit now. I've taken the foam off just so I can smell it. I've also got some milk getting ready in the Arrowchino, so don't worry, we're gonna taste it with a little bit of milk as well. So for the smell of this coffee, Lots of, yeah, dark molasses sugar. Doesn't smell like a dark roast, which is nice. It's not super, super roasty and bitter smelling. Just really spicy. Got a lot of nutmeg and cinnamon in there. And it really does, props to them, it really does smell like a freshly baked gingerbread cookie. There's a lot of that ginger molasses kind of smell going on. Really nice. So let's give it a taste. That's really surprising. That might be one of the first times that I had a full cup of the Nespresso in these 230 ml size that was not kind of immediately harsh and astringent and bitter. Now, maybe I'm not buying the right ones, so maybe I need to go and take a look at a few more. But this is really really smooth as a coffee, as far as a coffee goes, and then that nice kind of caramel ginger molasses flavor comes through. I almost still get like a touch of acidity, maybe coming from those Ethiopian beans being carried through as a sort of like slightly floral berry kind of note, but definitely dominant on the sort of chocolate spice section of a flavor wheel. I gotta say, these flavored capsules I think are just getting better and better. I just recently reviewed the pumpkin spice flavor for October for Halloween, and that was really delicious. And this is just really quite smooth and easy drinking. It's true to its flavor, which I think is what you're buying it for. And now I want to see what it tastes like with a bit of milk. So we've got the Arancino here with a bit of milk all ready to go. And this is, part of the recommendation as well with these kind of flavored coffees. They do actually say, adding a dash of milk enlivens that ginger flavor all the more. So, I mean, they also say the same thing with the pumpkin spice. And I do think it kind of rounds out the flavor a little bit. Kind of gives it more of the sort of sweetness that you're probably looking for with a flavored coffee. Milk, warm milk does have nice properties that allow you to perceive the sugars in the milk better than if it was cold, or if it was just black coffee on its own. When you add kind of warmed up milk, you are increasing the sweetness of your beverage and sort of the textural component as well. You're making it more buttery and more thick. So we think about things more like ice cream and like pastries and baking, and this is all related to Christmas and to getting together and baking cookies and things. So it makes sense that these things kind of benefit from a touch of milk. So let's taste it again. Yeah, it's kind of opened up a bit more with sort of a fuller flavor spectrum. We've got a little more things in there like butterscotch, vanilla, alongside the caramel, and then all of those other things that we were tasting kind of balanced out in terms of the molasses and sort of that roasty, spicy character that gives off the nutmeg and the cinnamon. They've all just kind of balanced out, which is really, really quite pleasant. So yeah, I wouldn't say you have to put too much milk in. You might want to go half and half, or a little bit more of the coffee, less milk. But it definitely does help a little bit. I mean, but don't get me wrong, on its own, it is, like I said, it's quite smooth. So would I recommend this capsule for you as the viewer? And my answer is yes, absolutely. This is a great release from Nespresso, a great addition to their flavored portfolio. And I would get it while the quantities last. Sometimes these limited edition ones during these seasons don't always last near your stores. So get one while you can. It's a great release, and it's indulgent. It's fun. You can add some cream and sugar, and it's probably gonna start your day off just right. Actually, yeah, a little sugar would be really nice. You'd be literally drinking just like a liquid gingerbread cookie. So if you like that kind of thing, go for it. It's not going to be very bitter or dark. So if you like really dark roasts, just take note of that. It's maybe not going to be along your profile if you're I would say this is probably more of a medium roast. You know, I'm not getting any acidity, which, you know, some people will enjoy, but you're definitely not getting this sort of dark, bitter roast that they sometimes put out. So that's about it. If you enjoyed the content, please make sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps me out so that I can keep growing this channel and keep putting out more content for you guys that you enjoy. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this coffee or if you were dissatisfied with it, if you didn't like it. I want to hear from you. I want to know what you guys are drinking on a daily basis. What are your go-to Nespresso capsules? And let's start a conversation in the comments below. I will also quickly mention that I'm on the Buy Me a Coffee platform, which is a way for people to donate to me directly and support me as a small content creator. You can give as little as $1, and any amount really helps me out. And I really appreciate every single person that has donated so far. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all again in the next video. Have a great day.